everyone, welcome to another one of our weekly chats. We are going to start off by talking about Microsoft and their substantial investment in Foursquare.
Yeah, they invested $15 million in Foursquare and got a chunk of the equity of Foursquare, and it's really good for both parties, I think. Foursquare stays alive, which was a reasonable question just a couple months ago if they were going to run out of cash, and Dennis Crowley and team were going to sort of come close again. He's rich, but to come close again to something that everybody uses. And it's good for Microsoft, I think, because they get a lot of location-based data at a time when the world is switching to mobile, and context is increasingly built around where you are physically in the world.
Yeah, my first thoughts upon hearing the news was, it's losing money. It's almost running out of money.
Yep.
Why would Microsoft spend all that money on it?
So that's a question of return on investment, and I think, no one consulted me on the deal, strangely, but I think that this $15 million, it would have taken Microsoft at least $15 million to build the repository of locations that Foursquare has, and the check-in data and the reviews and things that Foursquare has already built. And so they've gotten their return today, because they're allowed to do more than get the public APIs. They're going to get more than that from Foursquare, and they can build this data into Bing Maps and into other Microsoft tools that makes it become really interesting. And so whether Foursquare makes money, whether they get a monetary return on the $15 million is, to me, secondary, because it would have at least cost $15 million to rebuild it and to get that. So it's a win, I think, today for Microsoft.
Yeah, it's definitely not something that I saw coming at all. I had kind of forgotten about Foursquare, but it's sometimes you can't just think like face value. What can this network bring me? You got to really think about acquiring data and how that can apply to generating revenue in other ways.
Yeah, this is really all about Google, not about Foursquare. And Google has on Google Maps, they now have all the local places pages have become Google Plus pages. The maps show up in Google Maps. The locations show up in Google Maps. The reviews show up in Google Maps. It's a compelling user experience, and Microsoft must be left looking around saying, "How can we do that? We need this too." And Google's way ahead, but Microsoft's been battling that for years, and every feature helps. And I think the ability to put that into their tools and to put it into Windows Phone potentially makes this make a lot of sense.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like a good idea. Speaking of good ideas and not having them, that was a good segue. Facebook, their algorithm team. They
keep changing stuff.
They don't do it out of spite,
even though it feels that way.
and they don't do it. They have the best of intentions.
Yes.
But
I think they're going the wrong way.
Yeah.
So in discussions with people at Facebook and other people in the industry, it became sort of clear to me that Facebook believes it's doing the right thing, and they're measuring things like engagement. Well, when we do story bumping, engagement increases. Well, of course it does. You showed me the same freaking story 5 or 6 times. Out of fatigue, I will eventually hit like and hope it'll go away, right? That's the wrong measurement. And when I understood that they were measuring what I thought was the wrong thing, the ultimate question is not engagement. The ultimate question is, does the user enjoy the experience more or less than they used to? And so we did a survey. We went out online and we asked 600 Facebook users. Well, we asked 1,800 people if they were Facebook users. 600 said yes. We asked those 600, do you like it more? Is it more relevant or less relevant? Is it more interesting or less interesting? And a lot of people said it's the same. But of those who expressed an opinion, they were vastly more likely to say it's less interesting, it's less useful, it's less relevant than they were to say more. And so I think that validates what we've been saying all along is, I want Facebook to succeed. People think I'm bashing Facebook all the time. I want Facebook to succeed because it's a fantastic reach platform, but I see these steps they're taking as encouraging users to come back less often. And that's a problem for the user experience, it's a problem for Facebook as a company, and then down the line, it's a problem for brand marketers who use Facebook for reach. And so they need to get a user experience that excites people. Paper, their new app, is exciting people. But they need a user experience and a newsfeed that excites people so the product stays healthy, so we can continue to market there. And I just think they're going about it, other than paper, they're going about it the wrong way.
Absolutely. And you can read all about that survey on our blog, ignitesocialmedia.com/blog. You can subscribe to our email list at ignitesocialmedia.com, and you can follow us on Twitter at IgniteSMA.
See you next week.